beautiful topic, the best topic in the sixth canto. Actually, on the other page in Apparu, they are doing Rudrasura. He is one interesting character who, and interestingly, the topic is actually 14th chapter. The sixth canto, 14th chapter. All of you can have your own books. What we will do, we will read the shloka and the translation and some of the purports we will go through and discuss how we usually have the format. Okay. Now, the topic is very nice title. Chitraketu's lamentation. We are starting with lamentation. But you will see what is the lamentation mean. In Chitraketu's lamentation. Okay. Now, actually, this Vrutarasura dies a very glorious death. He fights with Indra, and as soon as he dies, his Atma, you can see, going back to Lord Sankarsana. Sankarsana is one of the Chaturveda forms of the Lord. Vasudeva, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, Sankarsana. Those four. In that Sankarsana is the Lord upon whom Lord Shiva also meditates. Lord Shiva has his bleeding hand, he meditates on Lord Sankarsana. That is why Lord Sankarsana is the Lord of annihilation, and the Lord Shiva is also doing the same activity. Okay. Now, so he leaves this body with a very glorious way, and then they can see their Atma going back to Sankarsana Loka. Okay. And when they were at that time, Parikshit Maharaj is very surprised. How inside the demon such a pure devotee is there? Normally demons are very, very terrifying, very frightening, and full of hate and this and that. But then, how he is so beautifully is chanting prayers of pure bhakti to Lord Krishna. So this is a important question. That's what Parikshit Maharaj is going to ask. And the result of that is the previous life of Vrutarasura is explained very nicely in the Chitraketu's story. And it's a very instructive story for us. Chitraketu's story is the best story to very practical, relatable, and you can apply it. You can relate to it very nicely. So let's recite these shlokas together. I don't know, I think you might have taught them the way to sing the shlokas. So everybody can recite together. We do not do repetition. 6, 14, 1. Sri Parikshit Uvacha. Together. Rajas Amasvabhavasya Brahman Vritrasya Vapanaha Narayane Bhagavati Tasamasi Tridamatihi. Parikshit Maharaj is asking this question. So why don't you start? You inaugurate or start reading the translation. She is the one who just like came and instantly he No, should I get it, should I not get it? No such things. Directly you got it. So you start.
King Parikshit inquired from Sukadev Goswami, O learned Brahmana, demons are generally sinful beings obsessed with the modes of passion and ignorance. How then could Utsara have attained such
Vrutarasura
have
Vrutra means he is expanding, always expanding. His height is like up to the cloud. And he could swallow, he swallowed even Indra also inside. Indra is so big in size, but he swallowed Indra also. Yeah.
Attain such excited love for the Supreme Personality of God, head Narayana.
Very nice. Now he is a Parikshit Maharaj surprised. How is the demons are normally they are generally very simple. How is exhibiting so much love for Lord Narayana? This is the question he asked. Now he is going to follow it up with a few more shlokas. Together. Devanam Shuddha Sattvanam Rishinam Chamalatmanam Bhaktir Punna Charane Na Kayeno Pajayate. Or Meghna Mataji, others. Yes, Atma Mataji. You stood elaboration, then we will go to the others.
When we got situated in the mode of goodness,
you have another mic or something? They can pass on the mic. It's not there. Leave it alone. Okay, you can do.
when we got
Others
situated,
are following in your books now.
Demigods situated in the mode of goodness and great saints cleansed of the dirt of material enjoyment hardly ever render pure devotional service at the lotus feet of people. Therefore, how could Dāsa have been such a great?
It's a very curious question. Even the demigods, they are situated in Shuddha Sattva, in Sattva Sattva, sorry, not Shuddha Sattva, Sattva Guna. They are the mode of goodness. But even they are cleansed of all the anantas, birds and all that. But they are also not exempted into doing pure devotional service. How can they even do pure devotional service? This is why we need great personality like Parishit Maharaj class Christians. Otherwise, we will not get to Bhagavatam. Next. Rajo Vissam Sankyata Artivairiha Tattamaha Esam Yeketane Hante Shreyo Vai Manujadayaha. Who is the next person?
Hare Krishna. In this material world, there are as many living entities as atoms. Among these living entities, very few are human beings, and among them, few are interested in following religious principles.
See how he is telling so many millions of thousands of years ago he is telling this. So many, there are as many living entities as atoms. So many living entities are there. But out of them, very few are coming to Bhakti. And very few are interested in following religious principles also. So how is it that this person became so great? Great devotee. Prayo mumukshvas tesham yechanaiva tichottama mumukshuna sahasreshu tasyan mukhyeta siddhyati. Others can do. First you can do, yeah, you can do.
Hare Krishna. O best of Brahmanas, Sukadeva Goswami, out of many persons who follow religious principles, only a few desire liberation from the material world. Among many thousands of who desire liberation, one may actually achieve liberation, giving up material attachment to society, friendship, love, country, home, wife and children. And among many thousands of such liberated persons, one who can understand the true meaning of liberation is very rare.
This is the reality. We all think that I am doing bhakti, I am doing bhakti. Bhakti is so far away. In all our attachment is very difficult to get. So he is saying, so many people will come for try for liberation. Krishna also says that in Bhagavad Gita. What is that shloka? No. Manusyanam sahasreshu kacchit yatati siddhaye yatatam siddhanam kacchit mam veti tattvatah. Out of thousands and thousands of people, kacchit yatati siddhaye. Maybe one person will attain some purpose. Yatatam siddhanam. Of all the siddhas, kacchit mam veti tattvatah. Very few people know me in truth. This is Krishna himself telling. And here Parishit Maharaj is doing the same thing. Mukshu means who are liberated. Even those who are liberated, those following religious principles, few desire liberation. This dharma, artha, kama, moksha, they will stop with dharma, artha, kama, they will not go to moksha. They will say, I have given up the moksha of moksha. I give moksha to moksha, not of moksha. Mukti. So mukti also I have given up the idea of mukti. Very nice. So they are very attached. Giving up material is very hard to give up this attachment to society, family, friendship and all. It's not so easy. We think that we can give up. It's not possible at all. So difficult. So it's telling now comes a big famous verse. This is a very famous verse in Bhagavatam, quoted by many acharyas. This is verse number 5. Mukta namapi siddhanam narayana parayanaha Sudurlava Prakam Atma Bhotishwari Mahamune. Who is reading? Please take the story. O great sage, among many millions who are liberated and perfecting knowledge of liberation, one may be a devotee of Lord Narayana or Kṛṣṇa. Such devotees who are fully peaceful are extremely rare. Now here one important quality of a devotee is here. What is that? Prashantatma. Sudurlava Prashantatma. We can do anything and everything, but being Prashantatma, Prashanta in your life, is very difficult. Very difficult. You can do as much devotion service as possible, as much austerities as possible. But being Prashant is not easy. What is that? Mukti Mukti Siddhi Kami Sakali Ashanta. Krishna Bhakta Nishkama Atayeva Shanta. He is the only one who can be Shanta. Krishna Bhakta. Why? Because he is Nishkam. Nishkam means not no desire. Nishkama means no fruitive mentality desire. No desire for oneself. He desires only for anything and everything only for Krishna's perspective. If at all you want to get a house, you want to get a house for hosting programs like this, or inviting devotees. Our Radha Krishna Sandhu Prabhu's house, we are just giving it only for devotees to come, and how nice environment. This year also, you see when the house is filled with the devotees, you feel so happy now. Your heart jumps in joy. Isn't it? So, today whole day we had program there. It's, nicely maintaining their house. So it's nice, if you have a house, he decided in Bhagavatam, in Padu Maharaj last time, that a house in which no devotees come is a house, is a tree in which venomous serpents live. Poisonous snakes, that's the house is like a tree under which poisonous snakes live. Envious snake represents envy. So that is what we should invite bhaktas or devotees or someone who is, with whom we can do some little discussion. That is the only thing that should be our aim in life. Otherwise, what is the purpose? We can do many big things, this initiative, that project, this, that, etc. We can do so many things. The mind will go on. But unfortunately, with all due respect, a pinch of name, fame and puja, love, pratishtha is there. That is the reason we get into all our passion into any kind of project we do. So Krishna wants without divide of these passion and ignorance. But that does not mean that you should sit at home saying, I will not do anything, I will sit at home only japa. You have to go share whatever you have. Because unless you share, how can you care? It's a sharing and care. Morning also we discussed, go and share this thing with everyone, and in a kind way you can share. Like you for their well-being, do that. If they are not willing to take, you pray for them. And somehow or other give the prasad or something. We all came like that. See, it is the good nature of that person who is following the devotional service that attracts others into devotional service. So they don't care for who is Kṛṣṇa, they don't care for who is Prahlad Maharaj, who is Chitraketu, they don't care all those things. When we are soft and kind enough to others, then they will say, this person is nice. They will keep coming and associating with us. Isn't it? Puna Mataji, how did you connect with Sri Mataji? Isn't it? You are their neighbors, but many years ago when I came, I don't know if you are so much well connected. But now you see, you are sitting with Tilak on the floor, family is sitting with Tilak on and you are correct. How did it happen? That's the ambience, we call it that, amicable nature, ambience. Sarma Prabhu is so soft spoken, very sweet. Soft spoken, soft seen also. So, we have to represent Krishna in that mood. He is there. Please come here, Prabhu. Yeah. Your partner in crime is there only. Bring him. So this is very important. Provide a very nice, amicable. Our Kumar Prabhu, the earlier used to be Sita Kumar Prabhu. Now it's Sri Krishna Kumar Prabhu. Long time ago he got in. I never knew that he is in Hyderabad. I came first time when I joined, 17, 18 years old when I joined, I came to Hyderabad for office work. First thing I was thinking that whether I will get prasadam or inside the office we have to stay, we cannot go out, what will we eat and all that. So he was actually staying in Bangalore in a base. Yeah, base, the base, Matra base, we were there with them. So they referred me, those boys used to come to discuss Bhagavad. You remember And the next mother, you will come to our home, na? At that time, some boys used to come. So they, our Partha, Kṛṣṇa, all of them. So they referred to this because he has moved to Hyderabad. They said, if you want any prasadam, he will bring. See, from here he will come all the way to Gachibowli office. That time we had Gachibowli office from there. We had, I was staying in our Jaina Haripur also. You remember Jagdish Majeti? We both were in different rooms. He was in his own project, I was in my own project. Suddenly we find a devotee here. And all night he was sitting and making big rotis. These big rotis. And he was coming early morning, night 2, 3 o'clock and all he was making, and 1 hour, 1.5 he drove and he came all the way and he gave us rotis and this thing. And since then our financial continued on. Whenever possible, whenever I come to here, we meet. So this, what is that? Patana, Yajana, and then Dāna, Pratikra. So then we used to connect and spend hours together discussing Bhagavatam or discussing many things and Krishna consciousness. It's very intellectual. Very nice. Narashana also got connected to one person. And they came. As soon as I told yesterday, I just casually called him. Then he said, okay, I will come. Immediately they are there. This is how when we are presenting a nice ambience, then you get the people to connect with us. So always we should have a pleasing mind. What is that? Beautiful sloka. You can recite that. Priyavakya pradhanena sarve dushyanti jantavaha tasmat tadeva vaktavyam vachaneshu kim daridrata. It's not in that. Nice, immediately was curious to know. See, Priyavakya Pradhanena, by speaking pleasing words, Pradhan means offering pleasing words. Sarve Dushyante Jantavaha. Even cats and dogs also become happy. Right? You just go and talk to them lovingly, they don't know the Bhasha, but they feel that love is same. So, Tasmat Tadeva Vaktavim, therefore always speak pleasingly. Vachaneshu kim daridrata. Why you are daridra in your vachan? Always poor in your sentences. You always speak. No, I don't know this. Why are you asking? They're very rough and tough. They don't care also for you. In our office and all, I tell my boss that my family, some challenges are there, some health issues are there. They will not even ask you, okay, you take care and all the next. Okay, who is doing the work? Where is the backup? That's what they will ask. So what I do the opposite to my team members. When I have to make their report. When they tell something like this, immediately I will ask in a caring way, are you okay? Is everything all right? If you want me to help you, which one? Actually, you may not do it. But even saying those words is so very important, especially when they are suffering now. It's very encouraging for them. So yeah, always we have to encourage people in the devotion of life. Come and take it. Because everybody is suffering. No one in this world is not suffering. Right? Only way you can mitigate that suffering is by Samplesha Nirvana Mushanti Nāryata. What is that? Srimad Bhagavatam. When you bring Bhagavatam into your home, all Samplesha and love becomes completely destroyed. And especially when you bring Bhagavatam to your home, it is destroyed. And when you bring it in your life, when you say you inculcate those qualities in us, then everybody will enjoy us, enjoy our association. They will be waiting to spend time with us. Right now we are chasing people. Right? Hey, why are you not talking to me? Why are you not talking to me? Like that, many times we chase people. But you don't have to chase. When you are with Bhagavatam, all of them will on their own, they will call and talk to you. So say, please tell me if I can serve you. Take that. That is the power of God. Many years ago, Maharaj told me, my spiritual master, Surya's Mahavishnu Goswami Maharaj told me that you just be with Bhagavatam Kalacakra. Everything you want, you needed for your life, you will get it. That's it. You don't need to go anywhere. So he made a very famous statement. Whatever you want is there in Bhagavatam. What is not in Bhagavatam, you don't need it. So why you are trying to want that which is not needed? Very simple statement. And if at all, there should be only one struggle in your life. That is the struggle to understand the pages of Srimad Bhagavatam, the words of Srimad Bhagavatam. That is the only struggle should be there, not struggle for, getting admission, getting job, getting marriage, this and that, getting food, getting that, getting this. All of these will go automatically. If you go through this chapter, you will know how much depth is inside. There is no limit to the depth. The more you go, the more spirituals you will get. But you have to be prashant. That is what say prashant. Completely prashant means anything and everything happens, don't worry. Don't worry at all. Then whatever happens, that will happen. Even if you don't go and care for it, it will continue to do it. Even if you don't care for it, it will continue to happen. Right? So that prashant, bring this prasanna chetasa, eva prasanna manaso, Bhagavad Bhakti Yogadana. Bhagavad Tattva Vijnanam Mukta Sangasya Sari. Prasanna manasa. Our heart must be prasanna. And when you may be tired, you may be very tired at work or this thing, but others don't know about that, what we go through. And they don't need to know also. You don't have to go and keep living. You know how long I was away, you know how much I was working, how stressed out I am. All these things are not in because they are suffering also. By telling you are suffering to them, do you think their suffering will mitigate? They will say, this one is much worse than me. And they will go away. Right? So that's not the way. Whatever we may be suffering for it, you will just, it's my karma, this thing. So that at least I speak some pleasing words to others. Right? That is very, very important. So bring an amicable thing in our life. People also should, even if they are shouting at you, you give a nice smile. Why Kṛṣṇa is always getting visitors? We are not getting so many visitors. Once in a while we get visitors. But Kṛṣṇa is getting every day so many visitors is getting. Why? Everybody comes, he smiles. A thief comes, he smiles. Our politician comes, he smiles. Big celebrity comes, he smiles. Poor man comes, he smiles. One who puts hundi, Lakshmi in hundi also he smiles. One who takes money from there also he smiles. Somebody comes and takes the Lakshmi from the thing, stealing and all those things they do. They also smile. Why is he smiling? Because even if he takes anywhere, it is within Kṛṣṇa will get it from him in some other way. Isn't it? We are thinking we are saving money here, saving money there. Where is it all going? Kṛṣṇa is taking to another hand, is taking to some other person. Right? He saves so much. And Hare Krishna. So suddenly some leader from somewhere will throw bomb and we are all disturbed. Hey, Indian gas. Where is the gas going? Bharat gas, Indian gas, until they put the bomb in that bombs, I thought our gas is coming from some bottom here only. Once they put that bomb only, then they told, hey, no more LPG. It is coming from Iran. See how ignorant we are. Somebody has to throw a bomb in that country. So many people have to die to make us give the knowledge that our Indian gas is coming from that country. This is our level of thing. But don't worry. What happened? Whenever that happened, I was in Bangalore. So then suddenly what happened? All the temples and all, they said, no more cooking, we will only serve fruits. Then it was one day before Ekadashi. So devotees were all trying to fill up with grains, with food before the Ekadashi day. But it happened to be Dasami Ekadashi. So what happened? One of the devotees asked, Prabhuji, can you please tell me about this Ekadashi? I told, from today this Ekadashi is going to be called Trump Ekadashi. Unknowingly he did good to us. You got Lakdi ka pull, we say, here. So Lakdi ka stove. Everybody was running after Lakdi ka stove. They were thinking how much it cost, what is the thing. So because their problem is that the Lakdi is put, the wood stove is there, they cannot switch off whenever they want. Then switching on, you cannot do sim high and all those things. So actually they have invented a wooden stove with that thing. You can do sim high and all that with wood only. Okay, so they were trying to get all that stuff in our temples there. So I told, see, unknowingly this one has brought us back into Vedic culture. Otherwise, he'll be running around with what is that? Electric stove, all those kind of oven and this and that. And they will not work. Now we are very happy. Devotees are very happy. So people, when they do something good in our life, even it may be due to their arrogance or ego or whatever, he just say, like how Duryodhana, he did something really bad, blaspheming his uncle Vidura. But Vidura did not see what he was doing. He was seeing what he was getting. It is a very important thing. That person may be doing whatever he is doing. But you should only look at what you are getting out of that action. Right? He might shout at you, scream at you, whatever. At the end of the day, you are getting bhakti, you are getting the remembrance of Krishna. That is the best thing. Yesterday also we were talking about this one nice word in Tamil. I think some of you know Tamil. You know, even if you are not Tamil, Telugu also the same word. Yesterday only I figured out that in Telugu also the same word is there. In the Padma Purana there is a nice shloka. Please recite. Udbuddha ivato yeshu. Udbuddha ivato yeshu. Means in the water there is a bubble, no? That is called Udbuddha. Udbuddha ivato yeshu. Mashaka iva jantushu. Jayante maranayaiva. Atha shravana varjitaha. Padma Purana is another Purana. Like this, don't worry, we don't have that, we will not make you buy that also. Bhagavatam is enough. Right? So that Padma Purana is glorified Srimad Bhagavatam. There is a whole section for Bhagavad Mahatmya. So in that, one host is speaking this word. See, normal people speak this word. Host is speaking about the glories of Bhagavatam. What does it say? Our life is just like bubbles. Any bubble comes for a few moments, it will go away. Next is Mashaka, in the cow dung or in the garbage and all these small insects, you know. How long it will last? Morning comes and evening dies. So, Jayante Marana Eva. The only reason they are born is to die. They have nothing in between. Born, die. They don't have any in between, they don't have a life like that. Right? So, those who are devoid of hearing Srimad Bhagavatam or relationship with Bhagavatam, they are like this. Their life is just meant for dying. They just want only to die. So that's all. They are calling, please, death, please come, please come, please come. They are demanding. Right? So this is very nicely represented in one word in both Telugu and Tamil, the same word only. When you go in auto rickshaw, especially in Chennai, here they don't do. When auto rickshaw you go, they will say one price in the beginning. But when you end, at the ending point, they will ask something more. Okay, you fight with them, argue with them, they will scold you with one word. You all know that word. What is that? Or if you are just crossing the road and they are coming, they will put a sudden brake and they will tell you. They will scold you. They will say Sav. Right? So what is that? Telugu the same word is there. Sav means death. Graki means demand. You are demanding death. Right. So the Jayante Maranayaiva is translated into Savrati. So when the auto rickshaw says that, immediately you should remember, oh, I didn't read Bhagavatam today. He is reminding me of studying Bhagavatam. So you should go and immediately take Bhagavatam. I am Savrati, I am demanding death. If you don't study Bhagavatam, you demand death only. If death is busy taking someone else's life, you are calling the death. Please come, take my life. He is not so much interested to take our life. Right? But still we are demanding death by our actions. So if you are Prashant, he will like to come and take our association. Yamaraj is so beautiful. Our what is called? Is our Shravanaka Rishi and 88,000 sages, they assembled in the Naimisharanya forest. Right? To do Bhagavatam. But you know what they did in the beginning of Kali Yuga? For the Kali Yuga's well-being, those who are born in Kali Yuga, they are going to be very dull-headed and disturbed and all that. So, to do well-wishing acting, with the well-wishing Loka Kalyan, again what they do 1,000 years yajna. 1,000 years continuous yajna. Okay, and when they were doing that 1000 years temptation in India, the Shaunakari was the leader of the 88th century. Sutta Goswami is made to speak Bhagavatam because he heard from the conversation between Sukadeva Goswami and Parikshit Maharaj, which we are reading. So our Shaunakari, he saw that 1000 years you cannot live, people cannot live, you have to be alive to do the yajnas. So he did a very nice trick. He went all the way to Yamloka and he called Yamaraj, you please come, we are doing a 1000 year sacrifice. Yamaraj started laughing. You do that yajna here only, by the time 1000 years you will not be here. He come and you do it here. He said, no, this is a very important yajna. We are going to do Srimad Bhagavata Katha. So you please come and be a chief guest. Then he said, hey, Bhagavatam? Then wait a minute. And he took one A4 paper, share one size paper, we don't know, this whatever. So he wrote, to whomsoever it may concern, I am going on 1000 years paid leave. So don't disturb me. And then he came back. Our Chitraketu and Yamakika, they were doing Sankirtan. Because they don't have to do any job. The boss is not there. Unless he approves, where is the job for them? So they are not jumping in joy. No, if our boss is absent, how nice it is. That is our real holiday. In the real actual holidays also, Yugadi or whatever, also they will call and disturb you. But when they go on holiday, you will dance in joy. That is a real Sankirtan day for us. Right? So like that, Yamaraj goes, Chitraketu and everybody is saying, no more service. Because, you see, of all the people in the world, in the three worlds, the Yamakinkaras are the most busiest. Yamaraj is the most busiest demigod amongst all. At least our Indra, Chandra, these people will have some time to see some Apsara dance or Gandharva music and Somaras and all that. Yamaraj has no time for Somaras also. Because continuously people are coming. Throw him into the oil, boiling oil. Throw him into the iron rod. Tie him to the iron rod and give him gifts. Like this, so many people have to be punished. He has no leave at all. Like we all put leave and attend meetings. Like that is. Many times in our office we put leave and attend meetings. What for you are putting leave, we don't know. You have attend meetings. So like that, Yamaraj is the most busiest person. And the Yamakinkaras are so happy. The boss has gone. Isn't it under Yamakinkaras? The boss has gone. And no, actually speaking, more than asking us, we should ask our subordinates.
Yes.
If we go and give how much they will Sankirtan. So the point is, Yamaraj said, if you are going to do 1000 years Bhagavatam, I will come and be the participant, not chief guest. So that 1000 years when they were doing yajna, not only those 88,000 sages, anybody who were present in the earth planet at the time, they are also free from death and free from all disturbances. Because Yamaraj is here, the one who is giving punishment. So nobody has to go. 1000 years they got extra time. Right? This is the beauty of Srimad Bhagavatam. When you do Bhagavatam, Jagat Pavitra. So you are, where is your home?
Here. 4 hospitals.
And how about you and
Aliwan.
Alwa is at 6-7 kilometers from here. So that whole area, your area also, flat, you are inside a flat?
Here only.
Flat only, no?
Flat
So
only.
the whole flat is purified. And your area also is purified. The next program should be at your home, and you should be taking, the others in your apartment should be taking photo snaps of receiving Bhagavatam. Supplier is here. There is a supplier is here. This is how Bhagavatam nectar has to be distributed. So I was telling about this purity of Bhagavatam. So please always be with Bhagavatam and you'll be so happy. Even problems will keep coming, but you will be happy. The problem will be troubled. Worry the worry that worries. So today morning we are telling, what I am telling that if you worry or getting Bhagavatam, there is no cause for worry. Because you are in hurry. Right? You are in hurry. Niche aa raha hai. So all this, when somebody is criticizing about churches in also, you take it to the positive sense. That is because you should remind us of Krishna immediately. somebody is scolding you like that, Jayante Manayeva, Katha Shravana Vajina. So we are Bhagavatam now, time stops. The moment you are Bhagavatam, time stops. When does time stop? When you stop thinking about time, time stops. Not when you are moving, you stop thinking about it. Right? You will stop thinking about old age stops. You stop thinking of disease stops. You stop thinking about all this disease and you have stopped. So let's go further. Now he is telling that Muktanamapi Siddhana. So many muktas are there, so many out of them, so many are siddhas. Narayana Parayana, they are all Narayana Parayana. They are only a service in life is to glorify Narayana, worship Narayana. That's all. There is nothing else. Sudurlabha, very difficult to find. In that Narayana Parayana also, those many people are there who are worshiping Krishna. It's very, very rare to find Prashantatma, who is completely Prashant. Kotishwami Mahamani, even crores and crores of people out of all of them, also you cannot find that 1% Prashant. But this is very easily achieved when we absorb ourselves in Srimad Bhagavatam. Nothing will touch you. Right? That's what I got learned from Chitraketu. I think the title we said desire management. What do you mean by desire? We should know how to manage our desires. If you don't know how to manage your desires will take control of you. Icha, Dvesha, Samutena, Tonto, Mohena, Bharata. Right? Icha and Dvesha. Icha is desire and Dvesha is hatred. These both will be there. Prashantatma don't have either of this. They are completely at peace. There is nobody who goes very dear to me and I hate them very much. No, both of them are equally pleasing. Right? Somebody comes and throws a gali at you, you are pleased. So Krishna is like that. Even if you come and throw gali at him, he will be smiling. See, that is why he is the best example for how much you can collect simply by smiling. He is the best collector. Balaji is the best collector. Everybody is coming and putting on gold and this and everything in the hoodie. Why? Because he is the giver. If he doesn't give, who will put them? Right? So Krishna takes like, in the form of Krishna, he takes away. In the form of Balaji, he gives. You don't realize that one form he takes and one form. So Krishna is actually taking away our attachments which is harmful to us. He doesn't take the attachment which is pushing us towards bhakti, towards loving service. Okay, let's go to the next sloka. Now, they are very poor, fully peaceful, are very extremely rare. How come this demon is like this? Next. Vritrastu, see the sloka, right? Vritrastu sakatam apaha sarvatoko palapanaha ittam gadamati Krishna Asi Sangrama Kulvane.
Translation.
Always engaged to relieve troubles and anxieties to others. How would such a demon become great to Krishna consciousness?
How could such a demon become so greatly Krishna conscious? Already demons are then to give troubles only to others. Who suddenly become greatly Krishna conscious? Next. Advana samshayo bhuyan srotum kautugalam prabho yad paurushen samale sahasraksham atojaya. See, these slokas, they are actually Krishna himself. Shabdarupi Krishna. Just like the Ugrarupi Krishna, the Shabdarupi Krishna. So when you are chanting this nicely, you are actually associating with Krishna. That is why even without knowing the meaning, even without knowing the meaning, you feel very pleased. Yeah. Anytime you go to, say, early morning, you put on Saumya, you put on Suprabhatam. You put on Suprabhatam. Do you know the meaning?
Like, yeah, right.
Not fully.
Partially.
Partially you know. You don't know meaning. But you feel pleased. Oh, the Sanskrit sound vibration, especially glorification of the Lord, has such transcendental potency. It has a hypnotic effect which is inevitably lost when translated into other languages. Very difficult. So Prabhupada brought a dead language into life by using that to translate Bhagavatam. Actually, English is a dead language. Dead language is just a consolidation of copy from this, that language everywhere and put it together and teach it. But use that language to glorify Krishna and he brought life to that language. It looks like English, it is not English. Like the Russian letter also is English letter only, but you will not understand anything else. Like that, it looks like English, but it is not English. Prabhupada's special language. Right? So please, when you recite lovingly. You don't say that, oh, I cannot recite properly, I don't know Sanskrit. Read from the English directly. Initially, it will be with mistakes, but it will, there is the data. Right? Slowly it will become. Please do that. And especially Mataji, you are all very good with recitation. You can recite very nicely. Prabhu's also can do very nicely, but it is hesitant. I was initially when I did, I made so many mistakes when I did Bhagavad Gita. But the next time when I said, I did 25% less mistake. Like that, 3-4 times you do completely free of it. Prabhupada has given the last page how to pronounce the diacritics also is given. So, like a baby, mother is feeding the baby with a spoon, like that is doing. Nobody will do like this. That's what the next program. Now, that was the. Yeah.
My dear Lord, he showed the power of the Kshatriya.
Okay.
Exalted Kshatriya and satisfied Lord in practice. How could such woman be a great devotee of Lord Krishna? These contradictions have caused me a great doubt, and they lead your viewer to hear the message from you.
Got it? So he's normally not supposed to just okay. So it is actually contradiction. So Parikshit Maharaj, like devotees, they go into the depth of this thing and ask questions. If we also have to relish Bhagavatam, we have to ask questions to Prabhupada. Why Prabhupada is writing like this? Why Vyasadeva is writing like this? Why Brahma is telling like this? You should ask questions. Then naturally the answer will come. It's not rocket science. We are not asking questions, so answer is not coming. It will become boring. Right? Parikshit Maharaj is showing us the way how to ask questions. Okay? Yes. Now, Sudha Goswami is telling that Sukadeva Goswami is going to speak. Parikshit Maharaj, the question is stopped. Right? Now, Shri Sudha Uvacha Parishthota Samprastham Nisham Yasattvanasya Pratikandya Pachokati. Very beautiful sloka. Yes. Anybody got copy slide? Oh yeah.
Sri Sudha Goswami said, after hearing Maharaja points his way, begin answering his question. He said, with great affection.
See, nice words, Mr. We are only reading the translation. Actually speaking, you should read the word meaning also. Shraddha Dhanasya, Nishamya, Shraddha Dhanasya. Nishamya means he is hearing attentively. Imagine, Parikshit Maharaj is not having full stomach and then stomach full prasadam and then asking. He is fasting, no sleeping, no drinking, no eating, nothing. And he is very attentively hearing. Actually speaking, only after you eat prasadam, you will feel sleepy. You will lose attention. If you are not eating, then your attention will be very good. That's the real truth. So, this Pratinandya, very important. Nishamya Shraddha Dhanasya. Oh, so faithful, faithful to Srimad Bhagavatam and the Katha that is going on, that is asking very serious question. How do you not become a pure devotee? It's not possible at all. Please tell me. Shraddha Dhanasya. With full faith. You know, Sukadeva Goswami knows the answer. Full faith, yes. And then Pratinandya, Vacho Pravi. Pratinandya means is reciprocating to it. He is expressing his thanks. See, because of your question, I am made to think more deeper into Krishna, more deeper into Bhagavatam. So questions are most welcome. No? Because the speaker or three kinds of people get purified. Vasudeva Katha Prashna, Purushan Sri Punati, Bhaktaram Prachakam Shlotram. The speaker, the one who is asking the question, and those who are listening to the discussion. In this discussion, Shukadeva Goswami and Kṛṣṇa speaking, Vyasadeva, Narad Muni, Parashuram, Gautama, everybody has come from all over the world. Nobody was sent WhatsApp to say registration, all those things, nothing was sent. They all knew, on their own they all came. Right? So this is the purity of the Krishna. So he began answering with great affection. A very beautiful word here. It's very what you call much very dear, lovingly he is answering. Now Shukadeva Goswami is speaking. Shri Shukavacha Srunushvavadito Rajan Itihasam Yondata Sutam Vaivayanam Narada Devarati.
Sukadeva Goswami said, "Okay, I shall speak to you the same history I have heard from the mouths of Vyasadeva, Narada and Devata. Please listen with attention."
See, he is not manufacturing his own thing. This is whatever I heard from my acharyas, I am sharing it. That's a case. Now, Asi Raja Sarvabhaumaha Suraketu Vaidruva Chitraketu Dhyato Yasyasi Tamadu Kamatummahi. Very important point. More things are going to come, but this is the importance of a ruler, a leader, or king. They rule the entire earth, not just India, Surasena means not just some Bihar side or just Gujarat side. No. Entire earth was ruled by him. He was ruling for many years together at a distance. And yet produced all the necessities of it. Everything was coming peacefully. There is no need to struggle hard to get anything. Nowadays, we are so small grains. It takes so much time for us to do. So much struggle we have to do. We are doing in farm of Prabhu. You know how much it is. Struggle to get one grain to come up, one state plant or to come up. Not easy. So, but then Chitraketu was pure, so purely and so nobly he was ruling the expert. He was ruling the kingdom. That everybody got all the necessities of it. There was no demand, supply, demand, nothing. Everything they wanted, they got it easily. And he is so expertly he is ruling. Yes. Tasya bharya sahasranam sahasrani dashabhavan santa nikashta vidruko nalebe sasu santatim.
This
Now, let's do some little math. What is 10 million? 1 crore. 1 crore wives. Okay? And he had so many wives, and then even one child. He's ruling very expertly, everything is perfectly done, taken care. But 1 crore wives. Imagine marrying 1 crore wives. One wife you marry, one husband you marry, so much planning has to be done for just for that one marriage. This is how Sridhar Prabhu and Dharanarayan Prabhu, their children are getting married. So much they are running around to give invitation and this and that. Imagine he has to marry 1 crore people, 1 crore Matajis. In a year, even if you do every day one marriage, 365 only maximum you can do. 10 years you do, 3,650 only you can do. 100 years you do, 36,500 only you can do. Where is 36 and 100? Where is 1 crore? He can't do 1 minute, 1 minute. Huh? If he does like this, where will he have the time to produce children? Only 1 minute. Huh? Only 1 minute is spent time with the wife. The logic is not there. In other words, here how much he is spending on this one to fulfill that one desire. Just imagine. In this material world, nobody will get everything. There will be something that will be missing. And that something will bother you even if you don't have, even if you have all the other things. And that is where Bhagavatam comes into it. That is where Bhagavatam will do the filling work of where you are feeling that something is. Everywhere, wherever there is you feel missing, there Bhagavatam will give you Prasanna Chaitanya. Sharma, you become Prasanna. And Sankaran, he was not hearing one. He was busy with so much. See, the entire earth is ruling, not just a small Secunderabad or Samshabad or Hyderabad or whatever. He is ruling the entire earth. And on top of it, 1 crore wives. You will have a father-in-law, brother-in-law, sister-in-law, all of them for that one, each of those 1 crore wives. Imagine he has to give invitation for the first 1 crore wife. All these 99 lakhs, 99,999 Mataji's family will have to come. How many invitations he has to bring? How much of what you call prasadam we have to organize for? It's not like a joke. In other words, he was having that one desire. To fulfill that desire, he was going to any extent. This is where you become, you do over endeavor. It's beyond the capacity you are endeavoring. Guru Maharaj said, over endeavor only for Bhagavatam, not for anything else. You can't over endeavor. You study, struggle to somehow understand the meaning behind it. That is where that your over endeavor is allowed there. But anywhere else to fulfill your material, the other basic desires that you have, after some time if it is not getting fulfilled, leave it alone, move on to the next. All does it matter? Because every time you desire, the body is getting ready for it. See, you are now suddenly she became you are, but this period you are extra attentive. Every desire we generate in our mind, in our heart, one body is getting ready for us. Right? Suppose you are you want to eat something which is as a human you cannot eat. So that your body is getting ready for that eating that thing because it's an unfulfilled desire. Right? Huh? Fulfilled desires will create disappointments, no? You will see, suppose somebody says, I want to get married. That is a desire. That gets fulfilled. Then what happens? After that, thousands of other desires get generated. No? Fulfilled desires create more desires. You are not satisfied. They are not satisfied. After getting fulfilled desires, also one more thing. You say, oh, wife is asking this, you will do. Husband is asking this, you will do. Right? So many other things. Children are asking. All the desires become your desire. You understand? So every unfulfilled desire, your body is getting generated. Every fulfilled desire creates more unfulfilled desires, which will create more bodies. And just calculate one day from morning to evening how many desires you have. Will get generated or no? Every one of them will create one body. If they are ready for us, and that in our store go down, we return for so and so person. All these bodies are meant for him. You how big the body must be for man. For one person, yes, has so one day you have 100 desires, 100 bodies will be ready.
But Manak, it's like as we say, end of the day, all my thoughts submitted to Kṛṣṇa, Lord Kṛṣṇa.
Okay.
Then my desires are to follow.
You can submit to Kṛṣṇa, Yamaraj, whoever you want. That is not a problem. But if you are still disappointed that your desire is not fulfilled, what is it? If you submit it to Krishna, after that you should not think about the desire.
Okay. That is the gist.
You submit it to Krishna. After that what you do? You want to call Krishna. See, I got you. I know I watched CCTV. As if I watched CCTV. All of us do that. If the desire is not fulfilled, go and shout at Krishna, scold Krishna. Why you are doing like this? I am doing my life to you, this, that, etc. Right? Krishna will not care. How much ever you shout is, he will be there. He'll smile at you. That's all he will do. Whatever you say. Because he doesn't understand the language, Bhagavad says this. He doesn't understand the language of our material desires. You may submit it to him, but he will not understand the language of our material desires. Krishna, I want some promotion, I want some new company like that. You go and submit it to him. It will not, it will be like weak and Latin word. No, you say, oh, I don't understand what is your this. I can understand your language. But you go to him, that Krishna, I want to chant properly, I want to study Bhagavatam properly. That language you will understand.
But they say, Prabhuji,
Huh?
they say that even your material desires will be fulfilled. When you go to Krishna, they say that.
They say that.
Yeah.
Bhagavatam says that, yes.
Yes.
Not when you go with an intention of fulfilling it. You just have the desire, you have the faith that Krishna will fulfill it and forget about it. Not every day morning you open and see, get up and see, oh, is this desire fulfilled or not? Is this desire fulfilled or not? Then you go and ask Krishna, why are you not doing this? Krishna will ask you, why are you not doing your devotion service? You do it properly, then automatically everything will take its place. When you don't bother about it, automatically things will be taken. If you bother about it, then what will happen? Anxious about it, whether this will happen or not, Krishna will say, see, he is very efficient manager. He will not put two people for one job. Isn't it? Krishna Prabhu? Huh? You don't put, in your office, we are all do the same work. Huh? You don't put two people for the same job. No? You are asked to reduce the headcount, isn't it?
Already going on.
Yeah. Already going on. And you don't know that we are one of those right? So someone else will be told you take out this one. Like that. Krishna is an efficient manager. He will use only one person to do job. He says, if you are thinking about it, I will not think about it. If you have faith in me and allow me to think about it, you should not think about it. Both of us thinking, doing the same job, you will not. Huh? Leave off. Bring the hand. Take off your hands. If you have full faith in me, take off your hands and leave it with me. If you want to work, won't bother me. I have many other things to do. Got it? Huh? Yes. And the best thing is to leave it to him because he knows how to hold it better. If we keep holding on to it, it will disturb us so badly. Your whole mind will be disturbed. Better leave it to him.
Not only one desire, see, so many desires, they will bother us so much. Just leave it to people.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, you take care of the disease. Yeah, you just take care of the disease. Like that we should do. So here, Chitraketu, his one desire led to 1 crore wives. Imagine how much overhead it is. One wife, one husband is so difficult to manage for each other. But he has 1 crore wives just for that one son and one. Krishna is not allowing. If it is not in your destiny, don't bother about it. By worrying about your destiny, Bhagya, which is not in your hands, because it's already completed karma. That is what is coming as Bhagya. If it's not in your Bhagya, by worrying about it, you are only wasting your current time also and creating more horrible destiny for the future. Because current time is now, see, whatever we did till say last moment, till morning, from morning to now, it is all become our destiny. The karma is over, you cannot go back and change the karma. So that has become part of our destiny. That will come back and trouble us tomorrow or day after or maybe later, next day or whatever. This is how our destiny keeps on getting collected. So destiny is something which is not in our control. The only way you can control destiny is by complete surrender to Krishna. Say, whatever you do, Krishna, ask the Shiva Father come to next month. You take full control of it. I have nothing to do there. So that is, Chitraketu is not doing it. Slowly it will come what is happening to him. Because, these desires, when you have that, you will not realize how much the person who does not have is anchoring for it. Suppose you are in a job, nice job. The other person is not having that job. You will not realize that the other person, he is how much he is anchoring. How will you help that person? You not only give the faith in Krishna, but Krishna will sort out this thing, just keep faith, do the basic things in devotional service, keep full faith in Krishna. Om Hari no Hari Maharaksha. Ye Vishwas Jai nahi. I am Krishna, Krishna is my protector. Let this faith not go away. Je Hari Kare Te Mahahitano. Ye Vishwas Visraya nahi. Whatever Krishna is doing is for my well-being. So let this faith also not go away. Okay? Don't get confused by, this has to happen for me to go to the next step. Your devotional service should go like a flow, like a river flowing. River will keep on flowing, it will not wait for anybody. Right? So you just keep on flowing. Never get stuck. Maharaj used to say, never get stuck in something. Without this I will not be able to do my chanting. Without this I cannot do devotional. No. Wherever you are, just be there and we are going and trying. All night you will be there. You will do Mangalati, do Aarti and all that. Just take the Kantara, just use your hand only and do Mangalati in the train only. Krishna will listen. Right? Whatever you have, do Krishna will do Bhakti. Right? So now comes a very, very, very beautiful verse. Rupo Darivayo Janma Idyaishwarya Shriyarihi Sampannasya Mai Sarvare Chintavandyā Paderabu. See, one is a ruler of the whole planet, but one desire not getting fulfilled completely as part of it. You have a question? If you ask this question, what is that? She is very open to ask questions. She will ask. We have seen her. Only thing you don't put your hand like this on Krishna, so keep it in your thing. Or if you want to cloth or something, you can put it on the cloth. Not at this thing, but you can give it. That bag is yours? This bag? You can give it. Or, yeah. Make sure it doesn't touch your feet. I'm sorry. Just give that. So now, you read the translation, right? Huh? You completed the translation, right? So this is a very, very beautiful. Let's read this purport also. Who also read this purport? Maybe from the book. Easier to read from the book. All of swipe.
Shall I read it?
Huh? Yeah. Book
Shall
has the book.
I read?
You have the book now? Yes. Read.
It appears that the king first married one wife, but she could not bear a child. Then he married a second, third, and so on. But none of the wives could not bear children. In spite of the material assets of
Janmaishwarya
both in aristocratic families with full opulence, wealth, education, he was very much aggrieved because in spite of having so many wives, he had no son. Certainly, his grief was natural. Grihastha life does not mean having a wife and no children. Chanakya Pandit says, Putra Hinaha Graham San.
Graham Shunyam. Putra Hinam Graham Shunyam.
If a family man has no son, his home is no better than a desert. The king was certainly most unhappy that he could not get a son, and this is why he had married so many times. Kshatriyas especially are allowed to marry more than one wife. And this king did so. Nonetheless, he had no issues. He had no kids.
Yeah, he had no issue. That's it, 2 minutes. We have, no issue means no kids. And another way, no, there's no issue. There's no issue. I have no issues. Say no issues. Say that. See, this line is very important. Putrahinam Griham Shunyam. Family life without a son is Shunyam. This is a Chanakya's Mukta. But the problem is, people see only that one line. You have to see the whole verse. I will say that verse first. First line, please. Avidya Jivanam Shunyam. It's not in the book. It is in Chanakya. Yeah, study. Avidya Jivanam Shunyam. Isha Shunyascha Bandavaha. Abandavaha. Putrahinam Griham Shunyam. Sarve Shunya Daridrata. This is the Shunya verse. Everything. Avidya Jivanam Shunya. If you don't have proper transcendental knowledge, then your whole life is a issue. Okay. Second thing, Disha Shunya Abandavaha. Abandavaha means two meanings are there. Bandhu means friends. Abandavaha means no friends. This whole direction is a big zero if you don't have any friends. How many times people are depressed, not having friends? That's why this Facebook and all is becoming famous. Virtual friends, all this liking, disliking, these people are there. Right? So, Disha Shunya Abandavaha. Where there is no friend. But there is another meaning to it. Actually, Bandava means Kṛṣṇa. Krishna's temples. Where there are no temples, that whole direction is a big zero. It's a big Shunya. So we should be somewhere near some temples or some spiritual congregation, something should be there near us. Third line, Putrahinam Griham Shunyam. Without a son, our grihas are zero. But Sarve Shunya Daridrata. The whole life, everything is Shunya for one who is poor, Daridra. But now this Daridra is not a poverty Daridra. That one who doesn't have money, no, not that Daridra. This Daridra, Buddha asks Krishna in 11th canto, who is rich, who is poor, he is asking all these questions, who is beautiful, who is ugly, this is like many questions he is asking. In that Krishna gives a beautiful answer to who is a Daridra.
Who doesn't have the knowledge?
Huh?
Who doesn't have the knowledge of Krishna?
Who doesn't have?
Knowledge of Krishna.
Knowledge of Krishna. No. He is asking who is Daridra? Sorry? Character. No, it's a different one. He says, Asantushto, Daridro is to Asantushta. One who is not satisfied with whatever he has is a real poor person. Right? This is the understanding of Shunyata, Daridra. Chitraketu Shunyam, Sarve Shunya Daridrata means this Daridra is not poverty. Daridra is you are dissatisfied. Because so many things you are hard work, so much you are doing, and so many things you still you are dissatisfied. Why? Because you are not offering it to the most satisfying person, to the most satisfied person. If you offer to the most satisfied person, he also becomes satisfied. If you do service to please the most dissatisfied person, he also becomes dissatisfied. You end up serving your boss so much, that man is always dissatisfied. Because his boss is dissatisfied with him. So the dissatisfaction runs to the whole parampara of bosses. But in our spiritual Sampradaya, there is no place for dissatisfaction. Everything is satisfying. So if you don't have something, don't give Daridra. Don't think that, everything is fast, I don't have this. So one desire doesn't have to consume your whole life. So many people don't have everything. Right? If he doesn't have one son, there are so many sons children who are around there who don't have parents. You can get them and take care of them. What is wrong? No, I have to have two persons. This is the problem. And that is why he is so much suffering. And so many Matajis he married. All of them also they have the desire to get the child. But somehow Krishna's arrangement. The most important thing here is because the breast is a beautiful form, magnanimity, youth, everything he had. Krishna became old and he put everything was perfect. So this sloka you have to understand like this. What is real Darita? What is real Shunyata? No. You should be satisfied with whatever we have. For some people, maybe in wealth he would have given so much, but in health he may not be. For some people in health, but or this thing, he may not have a good family, a satisfying family. Some people will always be there. Even Tukaram had a terrible wife. Even Tukaram had a terrible wife. Not to speak of us. But he was completely happy. Whenever the Tukaram's wife used to scold him or tire him, he would go to this Mandara Dongar. They call it Mandara on a hill. The top of the hill, there go in Pune, there's a nice one. And we used to go, every time we go there, we go. You visited, no? So in the top of the hill, you go, Tukaram's mandir is there. That's where you sit and write all his about 5 lakh above here, glorification of Krishna. Yeah. So that is the thing, don't be dissatisfied with whatever you don't have. Be satisfied with what you have. Otherwise, you look at what you don't have. That is the main message. Desire management, that is what it is. You see whether this desire is really required in your life and manage it. See, at home also, when you have too many things now, unwanted things also will be dumped everywhere. And you think that later it will be useful, and after you Haribol happens, then also it will be there. Somebody will come and throw it. Yeah? Maharaj used to tell us, if you look at just go to a scan of your home, half the things in our house can be thrown. We don't really want to give up things which are old, some school time you will get a certificate for consolatory prize for attending some competition or something. That also will keep very safe. Their name also will not be there properly. There are so much program for things. Who cares? Nobody cares. Nobody cares for us. Please understand this. That is why we should care for others. Right? So let's go to the next topic. Tasya sampada sarva mahishyo vamalochanaha sāpa bhaumasya purushayam apavantriti yetavaha. Okay, what we will do in the interest of time, I will just summarize the focus meaning and important focus is written. So now, the predecessors told that he was youthful, he was very strong, he was magnanimous and all those things. So one may question, okay, maybe there is a problem with the wives in that. How can we all 1 crore wives will have a problem? No. They restored that they are beautiful, attractive wives, and then they were very, very beautiful and all that. So there is nothing wrong with them also. Nothing wrong with the experience also, nothing wrong with the 1 crore wives also. Now let's go next one. Tasya kadātu pavanam gira bhagavan rishih lokan anjasan etan upalachan nirvichayam. See, now he is really having that corner of the heart that desire is not getting fulfilled. It is affecting him, but he doesn't show anything outside. He is taking care of all the citizens' property. It is not that he was careless and he the income ruling and running away from them. Everything he was doing immaculately. That is why in the very first verse it is said that what is the shloka? So he was during his reign, they had to produce all the necessities of it. Unless until the king is ruling immaculately, they have to not produce. It is very noble king. That is why he had this producing everything. Why are we seeing desert and famine and all that? Because the rulers are not, they are not noble, they are not honest, they are not compassionate and wide-hearted. Right? So, now Agiramuni is coming. Just like that he is coming to see Krishna's arranged for him to come. Something is going to happen. Tam Pujavitva Diva Tatthanarhanadihi Yudhadityam Upasita Sukhasinam samahitaha. Now, as soon as he saw Agya Muni, Spirit immediately got up. Because see, if beautiful thing to learn from Chitraketu. You may have some problem. Doesn't mean that you have a long morose place when anybody comes. You may have problems, but others are coming all the way from somewhere to see what's happening. Yes, you should speak to them pleasingly. Don't keep on giving to them. I have this problem, this problem. If they ask, you tell. Not that you go on giving them. It's very important. So immediately he got up and then he offered for drinking water, gave a place to sit, all the proper Vaishnava etiquette he followed. And he Agya Muni very comfortably seated. Now Chitraketu is controlling his senses, restraining his mind and senses, and sat on the ground at the side of the rishis, so to speak. Very nice. He knows all the etiquettes nicely, he's following. But he has this problem. The Chitta is there. Chitta Bhatya Padir Muhu. This Chitta always bothers us. Chitta means worries, anxieties. All of us have our quota of Chitta. There is no one in this world who is free of Chitta. But in Hindi, it is very nice. This word Chitta, you put like this, cha, like this, and then you put a dot, and then Chitta. But there is another word Chitta. That is without that Bindu. Same thing, but only a small difference. Chittayascha, Bindu Matra Vishishyate. Only the Bindu is different. Chitta Dharati Nirjivam, Chitta Dharati Jivanam. Chitta wants the dead body, but Chitta wants a live body. Because of our burning only, stomach is burning, then all the jealousy, jealousy. Jalan is jealousy. Sorry?
Jealousy tablets.
Yeah, jealousy, the name also came from jealousy. Jalan means the burning. So, because of the burning, and putting the burning, we get jealousy. So, this is how our thing is burning, beginning. Unfulfilled desires burn us fully. It really burns our body. You can't even sleep in the night. So the body is burning. Every hour we are awake after 9 o'clock. Increases the burning of our blood. Our blood in the body gets burned. Twice. And every hour you are sleeping after 4 o'clock, the cough increases in our body. Both are wrong. Blood also keeps boiling and you run on. See, the blood is boiling. See, Kṛṣṇa has got such very tiny, minute veins through which the blood is boiled. Right? If it is boiling means it is hot, then imagine what will happen to the tiny veins or arteries or whatever through which the blood is boiled. It will burst any time. What stops us? What stops us? What? Millions and millions of veins and nerves are there. Blood is flowing through all of them. Your body itself is a universe. It's a magical universe. You just look into it, you will be amazed how Kṛṣṇa is running. Is there a tap to open and close? Now, home we have a tap to open and close the water. Full plumbing is there all over. But the whole body is having plumbing. Not even once you go to service the thing. Isn't it? How Kṛṣṇa is created, and it is all over the body. There is no place where opening. Automatically it's come. This saliva, it comes. When the food comes in front of our plate, then in front of you, automatically the saliva comes. If the saliva is the one that is preparing your food for digestion. And mixed with the saliva, it easily gets digested. Right? But do you have a tap in your mouth to stop the saliva in your tongue? It just comes exactly how much is required, it comes and it stops. Correct? This is the beauty of Kṛṣṇa. You should appreciate Kṛṣṇa's beauty in your own body, how he is plumbing is done so perfectly. This skin, that any tailor prefers cloth like this, which grows along with your body. Your cloth doesn't grow along with the body. After some time, the body will say, this shirt has become too tight, and then you throw it away and get a new one. Isn't it? Kṛṣṇa created this body which is like now the dress automatically grows along with your body. And not a single breast is hanging down, and this one is hanging down. Here it is going one direction. Okay. So we have to appreciate Krishna for this. Now, he sits on the right side of the. Now, Agirabhai is going to start speaking something very important. Maharishtam upasinam prashayavanatam kritau pratipujya maharaja samabhashye namabravi. Okay, now I have this. So he went low in humility and was washing the lotus feet of the sage. The sage congratulated him for his humility and hospitality. And then he addressed him. No, he spoke to Angiruvacha Abhidena Swasti Prakrtina Tatmana Pita Prakriti Umantana Saptavihi. See, now very nice questions he is asking. When you come to somebody's home, these questions are very important to ask. I hope, oh my dear king, I hope your body and mind and your all associates and paraphernalia are well. He's saying that, comparing all these things, without the king is always protected by 7 elements. His instructor, guru, his minister, his kingdom, fort, treasury, royal honor districts. Are they all right? He's asking this question. Then he is next one. Atmanam Prakriti Shraddha Vidaya Shreya Atmya. I start to see how many of you are chanting. Everybody is chanting. See, now he is giving some very, very beautiful statements. Read the translation. Proper question.
O King, O Lord of humanity, when a king directly depends upon his associates and follows their instructions, he is happy. Similarly, when his associates offer their gifts and activities to the king and follow his orders, they are also happy.
This is a very nice statement by Anjana. To have mutual listening, not that only one person should think and all others should listen. No. To speak, they listen sometimes, they will give you advice. You have to listen. The question is about who is speaking when. You should listen to me, you should listen to me. That right person. Not like that. Anything that you makes reasonable thing, you should listen. Now, the next program. He is asking, are you in control of everything? Because somebody not listening to you, they have their own thing and will become disturbed. Prabhupada writes the purport very beautifully. The master or king and his subordinates should be interdependent. Through cooperation, both of them can be happy. Nice statement. Not that, hey, this question is asked, are you controlling everything? Immediately see, Prabhupada is the Shukadev Goswami himself is telling, himself is telling, you should control everything. Controlling propensity, you are waiting to come out. This, don't control anybody. Because you yourself are under the control of time. How you can control others? Now, he is telling the secret of controlling others. How do you control others? There is an art of control. There is a qualification to control others. What is a qualification? There is next one.
Yes.
Yasya manuvasya sarve loka saparaya sati sarve varimanandrigaha.
The king's mind is fully controlled. All his family members and governmental officers are supporting him. His provincial governors present taxes on time without resistance and brought the people resistance.
Very, very powerful statement. How do you control others? By controlling your own mind and senses. If you control your own mind and senses, automatically everybody will want to be controlled by you. If your own mind and senses is not under control, you are like anxious, worried, and all these things, you always like that, and you try to control somebody, and hey, you should do this, you should do that. People only do out of fear. They will not do out of love. On their own, they will not come and ask you. They will run away. You have to call and, hey, where are you? Come, I want this to be done. And then you will keep controlling. How? Why? Because your own mind and senses are not in the control. We are running after name fame. We are running after so much prosperity. This, all these big things, popularity and all that stuff. That is why we are not satisfied. And when we are not satisfied, or when we are not controlling our senses and mind, we will not be satisfied. If you are not satisfied, how can you satisfy others? You will see everybody as an object or source of my satisfaction. Because I am not satisfied. I am calling, hey, you please satisfy me. You please be. And they will not tell you, they will not tell that person, but they will control, hey, why did you go? You are supposed to be here. Why are you getting up? You are supposed to be here. Right? Because this Bhagavatam or Bhakti is not giving them the satisfaction. Through this also they want to do control. Through Bhakti, in the name of Bhakti, in the name of a devotee, they want to control everybody. And that controlling propensity, when you see, that is when you can see that this person is not doing devotional service, but having material desires in the name of devotion. And that's when he start controlling everything too much. And nobody likes one who is controlling. On their own, they come and do lovingly, that is fine. So you should live in this world freely. Today you are asking me to come, I have come. Tomorrow you ask me to leave. Before they tell you to leave, you should leave. You should learn that sensitivity. Because everybody is having their responsibility, isn't it? Just because our Sharma Prabhu and Shivitya, they are taking care of me, I cannot give you as a whole month. No, you say that, but my etiquette I should follow. Right? So they have their parents to take care, children to take care, so many other things. So family festival will be there. I will be sitting here and I will say, Prabhu, give me this, Mataji, give me this, demanding. Then they will wait when this person will leave. I mean, therefore, they won't do, they are very kind. But we should not put ourselves in that kind of a situation. That is why even in your own home, you should live like a Aditi. Griheshu Aditi Vat Pashan. In this Bhagavatam says. Your own home also should live like a Aditi, not Aditi. Aditi means uninvited guest. Any time you should be ready to give. Aditi means not that, I will not do any job. You do all the job. I will sit and eat. Not like that. Aditi means any time I have to go. You come like a guest, you go like a guest, you will be respected. That is why Shukadeva Goswami is respected. Bodhohana Matram. He will come only during the time for milking the cow, that's all. When the time taken for milking the cow, that time he will give some little Bhagavatam and go away. Nothing more than that. Because the Kṛṣnas need help from the other saintly people or others. So they come and give the out of Karunaya Purana, little Bhagavatam will speak and then go. Narumni is also like that only. Narumni is the best example of uninvited guest. Because everybody is welcome. Nobody asked him to leave. But he leaves on his own. Right? Durvastamani is the worst case of uninvited guest. He goes and demands. Come on, where not only that he is around, he is coming with another 10,000 people. More 10,000 people more are also coming. And how will they feel for so many people? And on top of it, he becomes angry at the host also. This is when Kṛṣna makes him run around. Sudarsana chases him. So we have to be very, very clear about the sensitivity part of it. Right? You all have come here. I can keep on sitting and speaking. Doesn't mean that you don't have job. You don't have some people. You should stop at some point. Right? So that is very important. And just because Bhagavatam is nectar, you cannot keep on speaking. Especially when we are the bodily consciousness. When we are out of bodily consciousness, when everybody else is also out of the bodily consciousness, we can do. We used to do that one day long program in program and because they have nothing else to do. No TV, no Wi-Fi, nothing. So you will sit and do the whole thing. And Bhagavatam should capture us and drag us to this, to sit with it and spend time. Even if it's not that, because TV is not there, you have to do Bhagavatam. Even if TV is there, you have to do Bhagavatam. Even if something is going on, some movies or something is going on, it is very attractive, still we should have followed. That is how you become Jita Indriya. Jita Atmani. You become Jita, controller. Now, very beautiful thing. So unless and until you control your mind, you cannot control others. This is the main lesson. Now, we just finished with another couple of verses, right? So he is saying, after this, he himself found out. I observed that your mind is not pleased. The next shloka is telling. You seem to have not achieved your desired goal. Verse number 21. Right? This is because you yourself, or has it been caused by others? Your pale face reflects your deep anxiety. Easily, my Guru Maharaj will see how much more you go with the smiling face, you will tell something is wrong with you, what is bothering you? You will ask. As soon as they say, he sees us, he will say, you something is bothering. Or sometimes somebody will come and speak nicely and go away. The Maharaj will say, he has some disease in his body. I can see some black spots on his face. You will never be any black spot. He sees inside the face. That is actually some disease is there that is bothering. And then he will say. So the same thing people can do a complete scan. This MRI scan or nothing. You can do a complete scan of our heart also. So he is asking. Then our Chitraketu is telling that I'm extremely sorry. I have to tell this that I have everything is nice, but only one small desire, that is I don't have a son. This is the only thing that I have. But everything I have. You all know already better than us whatever is doing, whatever we are going through. Right? You are aware of everything. If you are asking me why I am in full anxiety, please, I will disclose the cause. Then he is telling that. Then Sage is telling that Agiravan is saying that okay, now I will do one thing. I will give you what do you call that kheer or something. You will do some yajna, you will get a kheer, give it to the wife, and then you will get a son. Right? Now, so far he was okay. Till the child didn't come, he was okay. Now the problem is going to start. See, this is how a desire, unfulfilled desire, in the process of fulfilling that unfulfilled desire, we are creating so many hurdles in all others. Just logically, right? Now he married 1 crore prince. Now he is giving a kid. Another one is giving a kid. And he said, both of you choose one wife and yourself to eat this thing, then soon the child will come. But by telling that, he is telling a beautiful statement. Verse number 17th verse. Right? 27, 28, 29. See what is the ring? That from the yajna they got that food. He said, one more thing will give. Out of those 1 crore prince, one of the prince's name is Chitraketu. So he is saying, okay, I will give it to you. Now, the sage is telling, verse number 59, that the verse is telling, the sage told the king, oh great king, now you will have a son who will be the cause of both tribulation and the lamentation. The sage then wept without waiting for Chitraketu's response. This line is the best line. See, you have to read Bhagavatam. Now your Rishi will come. When you read translation like this. See, you look at this, imagine the scene. This guy is jumping in joy. Oh, I will get a son. I have so much attempt or I am going to get a son. So he is, our sage is telling, you will get a son who will be the cause of both your lamentation and happiness, tribulation. So Harsha, Shoka. So he thought the sage is giving a name for my son. So he thought, okay, let me name this boy only as Harsha Shoka. He didn't know the inner meaning behind it. But the beauty here is, he was so much jumping in joy that Angiravani knows what is going to happen in the future. Okay? And he knew that whatever I am going to tell him now, he is not going to listen. He is not in that position to listen. That is why he left without waiting for Chitraketu's response. This is a very, very subtle point. We should never put ourselves in a point where our guide or principal master, they don't want to speak to us. Because we are too much exuberant and what you call too much exuberant and enjoying this thing that we don't care to listen to the spiritual master's words. He is going to tell about the danger that is going to come also. He will tell what steps you should take to face it also. But he is not ready to listen because it's like he got something which he never thought he will get it. He got never get it, he got it. This is a very important point here. Right? The sage left without waiting for Chitraketu's response. From Chitraketu's perspective, we all are there like that. We are like, no, as long as he gives me this, that is enough. I don't care what happens after that. We'll see later. Now I want this to be set because we always want to short term this. But look at from Angiramuni's point of view or the spiritual master's point of view, or guide's point of view. He wants to give the right lesson. Later he will tell that. He wants to give the right lesson, right message. But Chitraketu is not in a position to listen. That is his image. We all have that image. We are not ready to listen to the tough words of the sadhu. Sadhu cuts the material facts. When the Guru tells something which is very, very hard to accept, that is how he is removing the vessel when it is really stuck hard. You have to use the iron brush to remove it. Huh? Otherwise, you can just remove easily. So this is a beautiful point. Sage, depth, without waiting for Chitraketu's response. It's between now you and Kṛṣṇa. I don't want Kṛṣṇa asked me to do, but I know what is going to happen in the future. Now what is going to happen? I will tell you the story in some way, and then we'll stop. Now, within a short time, this mother became pregnant, and then the child came out. His mother, this Chitraketu was jumping in joy. His happiness knew no bound. He went and gave so much of gifts and everything to all the citizens. All the citizens in the his kingdom. Imagine, everybody should be given gift like that. One marriage you do just for relatives only, you have to do so many salaries, so things, whatever, just and you buy, you will be finished. And he is giving for the whole of the citizens. So much joy he is having. Destiny like us, we told you. Maharaj used to say, destiny adds one person to the cup of joy. That's all. That's all. After that, you are finished. You drink that poison. So, what he is doing is, he is jumping in joy. He got the child. Now, the mother and the father, Chitraketu and Chitraketu, always they are running to get the child. They are calling because after so long he got the child. He almost lost hope. Suddenly the child is here. And he is taking care of the child so much. The child is running, he will fall, please catch him. And then he is so much absorbed in this that remaining 99,99,999 wives were ignored. They were neglected. And that is where the problem started. This is a very important point to know. You should not over and over for the desires. If you are over and covering for the desires, you keep on marrying so many wives. But that is, from his point of view, he may think that I am just doing this for the dynasty money and all that. But he did not think about the 99 lakhs odd wives. He, ideally speaking, he should have asked Angiramuni's, give me 1 crore, give this thing. Then I will give to all the wives. And I will give all their children 1 crore, at least 1 crore shares and cents I will have. Then I will have like Kṛṣṇa had it. Kṛṣṇa had 62,108 palaces and 10 children. Each he gave to everybody. But here he can give to only one queen. Okay, you are given to that one queen. What about the rest of the people? You should at least consider it, be considerate with them. Na? You cannot neglect them like that. They completely neglected them. Even earlier he used to go to each house whenever possible. But here now only Chitraketu, you had the child, always running around them. These people come to see, there also he is not allowing them to see. No, the child is sleeping, don't come later. Like that, they are behaving like that. Now when the child is there, they will be very particular. nazar lag jayega, they can do all those things, right? So this Chitraketu, unknowingly he did this. To fulfill his desire, he is inconveniencing so many others. So all these queens, they all became very disturbed. Why we are not qualified? Only Chitraketu is qualified. We can also get a child. Why did you not give a kid to us? You are more care from Germany. So they were thinking of these things. Because you compare with apples to apples. Men will always be thinking about the other colleagues or other people who are earning, who are working in the same area and earning. $19 compared to anything. Doctors will always compare to doctors. Lawyers will always compare to lawyers. Mothers will always compare to mothers. Right? This is a natural thing. So they are looking at the Chitraketu and said, why we not get? You have to say, why did you marry us then? You should have had only Chitraketu. And he was not allowing them to touch the kid also. This is how he sowed the seed of envy in others unknowingly. Very important. By neglecting others, he sowed the seed of envy and anger. He neglected. The Chitraketu neglected all the other wives. He gave gifts to all the citizens. So citizens were not blessing. Because for them no problem. You give one saree, dhoti, they bless you, fine, one free thing has come, they are happy. Like in election time they give so much, no? Tamil Nadu is famous for that. They give fridge, mixie, everything. You don't have to buy everything. Everything will come every 5 years once it will come. Right? So he gave all those things to everybody. But to the queens he neglected. Who were serving him. So they were thinking, we have become like maid servants. Only the Chitraketu is very important. He was always running behind. Either in the park or in the thing or everywhere he was running behind the child only. And they were spending time together. They were not spending time with anyone else. This is it is considered like a use and throw mentality. Opportunistic mentality. You married us for a child. We also wanted a child. But you got a child from some other place and you neglected us. Ideally, you should not have married us. If you marry us, then you should give us a child. He also is equally eager for it. So this is where he created the seed of envy. And so what did they do? The envy became so high that one day they said, because of this child, this man is neglecting us, let's give poison to this child and if a child is drinks and sleeps in the night, wakes up in the morning, and this sees that the child is lost in breath, and she falls down unconscious. And Chitraketu also became unconscious. Only 5 years the child was there. Harsha for 5 years, Shoka for the rest of the life. Right? See how important is desire management. You manage your desires in such a way that it doesn't come and haunt you later on. If it doesn't happen, that's it. Leave it and move on. There is much more things in our life than this. If Kṛṣṇa doesn't want it, I don't want it. If Kṛṣṇa doesn't give it, I don't want it. The point is, when we enjoy something, we give priority to Bhagavatam, priority to Kṛṣṇa, priority to Bhakti, everything else directly renata karoti muchana. Sāśrata dhanasya vivartamana virakti manyatra karoti muchana. He says, when you really with Shraddha you do Bhakti, naturally you can create indifference in the world. Our problem, what is it? We want to be accepted in the society. And the society puts some things. You should be married, you should have a good job, you should have children, the children should be alright, they should be well trained, well educated, and all these things are done, then the society will accept you. Now what is the use of the society? After some time, the same society will envy you. They will say, we will accept you when you have all these things. When you don't present all these things, your son is getting more money than me, envy. Your daughter is getting a better husband than my daughter, envy. And your husband is having more salary than my husband, envy. So, the society wants gives some condition to accept, then the same condition it grows everywhere now. Insecurity, envy, everything. Why do you want to be part of a society which is throwing you to this whole thing? You change the society. That is why Prabhupada said, create a revolution in the impious lives of this world's misdirected civilization. Those words, the beautiful verse. This will end today. 1:5:11. Beautiful translation. It's not there in that number thing. It's in the 6th canto. But just I will cut and I will say this is better. Tattva visargo janata viplavo yasmin pratishokam abadhavadyapi namanyanandasya yashokitaniya Kṛṣṇanti gayanti Grinanti sadhavaha. Please repeat this translation. On the other hand, that literature which is full of descriptions of the transcendental glories of the name, fame, forms and forms, past tense, etc. of the unlimited Supreme God is a different creation. Full of transcendental words. We will talk about Bhagavatam. Full of transcendental words. Directed towards bringing about a revolution in the impious lives of this world's misdirected civilization. Such a long statement. No full stop. He says this, right? See, full of transcendental words directed towards bringing about a revolution. Kranti. Kranti has to happen. That's what he created. He created a revolution by just writing Bhagavatam. The chanting in the conflict square. The whole world is chanting Hare Krishna. How nice it is. Such transcendental literatures, even though imperfectly composed, are heard, sung, and accepted by purified men who are thoroughly honest. So the whole secret of reading Srimad Bhagavatam is to be thoroughly honest. Be honest to yourself. I have this desire, but is this desire required for me or not? If this desire will I please Krishna or not? Honestly introspect yourself. Right? I want a big, I'm not happy with one flat. I want a bigger flat. What is the purpose of renting a bigger flat? Is it for your sense gratification or for serving Krishna? I said, no, I want to have bigger flat so that I can have bigger programs. And that is allowed. But then you have to do what to do with this flat. Don't keep on adding more and more and more. It is only rolling on to just maintain these things. There is no time for Bhagavatam. 10, 20 houses they have. All day they are running around to collect the rent from these people. And fixing some pipe here, some electricity there, something here, something there. Is that life worth it? After you get the Kṛṣṇa also, is it worth it? No. It's just simple. You have a very simple life. That is why it is thoroughly honest. Be thoroughly honest to yourself. Is it desire really directed towards pleasing Krishna? If not, say Krishna, I don't want this. That honest introspection should be there. From today, let's start that. But even if you have already done, continue to much faster, much deeper. Because unless and until we introspect, we will not get the answers. And unless and until we are thoroughly honest, Krishna will not speak. Krishna's Paramatma will not speak. Our Prabhupada will not speak. He will become silent. You have to open the book and read. There is so much to learn from Chitraketu. Jesus came touched in the part where the child is killed. After that, more story is coming that you will see then the next part, whatever you want. Okay? We'll stop there. Time is of essence. Any questions, comments? Anything there? Yes, ma'am.
As you were starting the class, you said that. Starting the class, you said that Chitraketu was repeating on Lord Kṛṣṇa.